These trees here aren't just scenic, they are storm-fighting superstars. I'm Justin Warmoth along the Halifax River in Ormond Beach. Mangroves can blunt storm surge and protect shorelines from erosion. Here's the catch. More than 80% of native mangroves in the state of Florida have been wiped out, and that's why biologists are racing to replant them up and down the coast.
I've always had an interest in anything on the water.
Mike and Sandy Mikowski have lived along the Halifax River since the mid-90s.
I'm either on the water, in the water, or near the water most of the time. So I like to see things survive.
But with rising river levels and stronger hurricanes, that water becomes a problem. And you said that the line, the debris line was on your fence, I mean, almost
to the top. Of the way.
Almost to the top. Often spilling into their backyard each time a storm passes.
We know that the levels are rising. We can't do anything about that, but we want to try to mitigate and keep as much of the land as we can and be ecologically mindful in how we approach things.
I have a spot over here if you want.
The solution? A forgotten natural defender. Mangroves.
Mangroves are our natural hurricane protection. They are 90% effective against hurricanes. Thank you.
News 6 was there as Mara Skadden and her team from the Marine Resources Council planted 30 red mangroves in between the coquina rocks that line the Mikowski's 100-foot shoreline.
Look at his little roots.
Eventually, those roots will grow into a natural storm shield. Mangroves knock down storm surge, fight erosion, and stabilize vulnerable shorelines. Think of them as a seawall, only better.
There was a recent study that showed that living shorelines are 8 times more effective at protection than seawalls.
8 times?
8 times.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a stat.
Yes, it is.
Oh my God.
And they're 2.5 times less expensive than a seawall.
Mangroves are also like nature's Brita filter. They clean the water, they absorb pollutants, and they even remove more CO2 per acre than rainforests. It's almost like they're secret weapons, even though it shouldn't be a secret.
Agreed.
But over the years, more than 80% of Florida's native mangroves have been wiped out, mostly due to shoreline development. That's why the Marine Resources Council has ramped up its restoration efforts, growing mangroves, some 10,000 of them, in a nursery at their Palm Bay campus.
It sounds like we have a lot of trees, right? 10,000 is a lot. We're not meeting demand, and we're genuinely concerned that we're going to run out.
Skadden says they're up to 2 plantings a week. They load up however many mangroves are needed into a U-Haul and take care of the rest.
If our homeowners are coming out and spending the money for us to install, we want them to be successful.
For the Mikowskis,
so that's why they're called white mangroves. If they catch the sun and they're really salty, they look white.
It was money well spent to protect their slice of paradise.
We highly recommend them. Call them, donate to them, please support them.
This is a perfect test. We got waves and their burlap is getting wet.
In Ormond Beach.
All right, we're happy.
Justin Warmoth, News 6.